Welcome to Ask the Raw Squad, episode 5, where you ask questions and we give you diverse but probably still terrible advice, including Brittany, Lindsay, Amelia, and myself. I won't point, it never actually is where the people are. So we've got lots of weird questions today, and maybe we'll slip in some normal ones. Who knows? Question number 1, are lobsters more like mermaids or scorpions?
Oh, I like that question.
Scorpions.
I think they're more like mermaids. Because think of a scorpion's tail and think of a lobster's tail. A lobster's tail is like this. That's very mermaid shaped. Whereas a scorpion is like.
Aside from the tail, though, there's not a lot of difference. That's one difference versus mermaids. There's a lot of differences.
Yeah.
Amelia, would you eat a mermaid?
Well, no, that's cannibalism, sort of. Is
Would
it
you
cannibalism if you eat the lower half of a mermaid? That's a real question.
Yes.
Well, yeah, like I would eat a scorpion if I was hungry. I would not eat a mermaid if I was hungry. They'd be like, ew, stop trying to eat my arm. This is gross.
I think aside from having the scales on the outside, the lower half of a mermaid is probably still quite similar to the lower half of a human. Like I think they don't have fish meat. I think they have human flesh under scales.
What? Why? That wouldn't work. They have to be fish underneath.
Are whales warm-blooded or cold-blooded?
Warm-blooded, they're mammals.
Warm-blooded, yeah. All I can picture is a mermaid that's half lobster.
Can we just say that, like, if you work at a lobster processing plant, that's one thing. A mermaid processing plant would be extra disgusting, like super gutty. But when you rip the tails off of lobsters, live lobsters, which is horrible, I used to have the job of not ripping them off, but once the tails came, I had to take the slime line out, and you have to stick your finger in to do it, and the tails still have nerve endings, and they go like this on your finger and go. It's so gross. Can you imagine a mermaid doing that?
I've also had that job. It is really gross.
Ew. Okay, I was on the cooked side, and I feel good about. We all worked at the lobster processing factory at one point in our lives. That's how we pay for things. Yes.
It builds character.
Yeah.
And built character. Yeah, that's how we got gumption.
For every person who's just like, I always thought they were just spoiled because they seem to be always doing shit and traveling. This is the real secret.
Next question. Anybody have a good banana bread recipe?
I mean, I could check.
I'm going to say no, but I bet you we would be willing to share our mayo cake recipe, which is so foolproof. And you could just slice some bananas and put them in there.
Banana bread is not our forte. Oh, what is? Oh,
Can you see this?
Ice is like a man's ego, fun to crush.
I think I got this cookbook when I was 17.
I have mine too.
Banana bread, guys. Half cup of margarine, 1 cup of sugar.
Amelia's going to post the banana bread recipe underneath this video.
I want to say that this banana bread recipe is obviously garbage because it started off with half a cup of margarine. I suggest substituting that for butter.
And I'll just keep on using my flora and disappointing my father. Anna and I tried to make a gluten-free banana bread, and it was pretty dusty, I would say. It was like,
I don't think I've ever made banana bread. I have been the person who put the bananas in my freezer thinking that I would make banana bread sometime, but I don't think I've ever made banana
bread. I forgot that last year I went on a big banana bread making kick. It was bananas, oats, and eggs, and Milky Stars, which you can get in the UK. You can't get them in Canada or anywhere else you're tuning in from, but they're delicious. They're like really good milk chocolate, and I was just like sprinkling those on the top. You can eggs, oats, and banana cake, pancakes, anything. Just mix that crap together, and it's delicious.
COVID is the time that you can actually make banana bread, and I'm sure it's why we got this question, because everyone's finally doing the thing that they never did. So all of those frozen bananas are finally seeing the light of day.
Oh God.
How do you keep yourself motivated to work out during quarantine?
You don't. Some people have, mostly no one has. I know I posted like a few things. I got a pull-up bar, I got a kettlebell. I used a kettlebell one time, but now my gym's open again, so now I'm motivated to go back, especially because even my loose jogging pants and stuff are staying tight.
I agree with you, don't. I would say just do some walking, get out and get some fresh air and see the outdoors in like rural spots or places where you can distance, and leave it at that. Learn some recipes that you might really enjoy eating that aren't too bad for you. Leave it there.
It's funny because I was really enjoying going for runs with Anna and that type of thing. And then I lost my job and I was already not working. But I just suddenly, I went outside, I went for a run and I started crying and I've not run since. And that's okay. I still go out and walk, but it should just really be for you. Don't try to look a certain way coming out of this. This is stressful. This is making everybody tired. Nobody is themselves. Everyone is an exhausted version of themselves. Like even my friends who are full of piss and vinegar right now are like hoofed. Do what feels right to you. Do what makes you happy.
Don't worry about how. I'm not saying, like, if you want to know how to stay motivated to work out because it's something that makes you feel good and it's something that, like, improves your, like, overall happiness, that's fine. My energy has been really shot throughout this. Like, I have narcolepsy, for anyone who doesn't know. So sometimes I get out for a walk and it's really good, and sometimes I can walk around my house. And I think it's about doing what you can on the days you're able to do it. Don't hate yourself for not being able to go out and do things. Just do what you can when you can. Try to be outside if you can. Try to get fresh air. But Jesus, just don't beat yourself up.
Exercising is kind of like my happy time. Like I love going to the gym. It's my favorite part of my day is getting a good workout in. Like I'm never super thin or anything like that. For anyone who knows me, I've always struggled with my weight, and the gym is really my happy time. But me trying to work out through COVID it wasn't like helpful for my mental health at this time. It just felt like one more stressor in my day when I had a bunch of other stuff going on. That trying to do some squats in my apartment that I was already feeling claustrophobic in, it wasn't helping me. So you know what? I needed that couple days where I just cried in bed. I needed that time where I could just feel like shit, and then I started baking. I put on the weight, all that sort of stuff. And I seriously don't give a fuck. I'm happy that I ate all that bread. I'm happy that making bread and making lasagna and all that sort of stuff pulled me out of the depression that I was in. So, you know what? If you come out of COVID fat and whatever, come out of it, enjoy that. Enjoy that you baked the bread for your family. Enjoy that you've done all of that stuff for yourself, and don't beat yourself up over a couple of pounds. Fat is not the worst thing you can be. There are so many other shitty things you can be. Embrace a couple extra rolls.
We're all very lucky to be people who really vary in size and also to be hoarders. So I just have at least 6 pant sizes in my drawer and I'm just leveling up. It's like a video game.
My final note would be stretch. If you can't do anything else, just stretch and your body will feel better.
If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Nut spread.
That's what I thought too, peanut spread. Mushy peanuts, that could be like the UK version. Oh, would you like mushy peas and mushy peanuts? Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think it would be called thick nut juice.
Bye, this conversation's over.
I think it would be called either nut jam, or what would peanut butter be called if it wasn't peanut butter? That's the question.
Like if it wasn't peanut?
No, if it wasn't called peanut butter.
I feel like nut jam is something that like an artisanal place would call their
Peanut butter?
homemade peanut butter arbitrarily. It's like if they arbitrarily were like, and now for a strawberry chutney, and you're like, this is jam.
Peanut sauce. That's what I thought. And then as soon as it was my turn to talk, I forgot.
Peanut sauce is a real thing, like a peanut saute. It's a peanut sauce.
That's a peanut satay sauce.
What's the best type of cheese?
Just like old cheddar. It's not fancy, but just like an old, like the ADL old cheddar. It's pretty much my jam. And I like Borson. It's good too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I really love brie and I love gorgonzola. Oh my god, I want everybody to know I'm like 5 days into keto and I had gnocchi gorgonzola tonight. I had white bean cookie dough for breakfast. I had a jumbo quattro formaggi pizza for dinner last night. Apparently, it's not keto either. So keto's been going really well, and I've lost all kinds of weight.
I think you can get them in PEI. They're called squeakies. It's like those weird cheese, salty cheese sticks that you can get from Quebec.
Oh, squeaky cheese, like for poutine.
No, that's curds. It's like the same kind of cheese, but it sticks and it's very salty.
Okay, the squeaky cheese that they sell on PEI is cheese curds. It's salty. It comes in a pack, but some of them are longer. I didn't even think about squeaky cheese. That might actually be my favorite. Trish from Riverview Country Market has told me that she knows that if there's anything off with any of the squeaky cheese, she will get the feedback from me because I eat like one out of every batch. So,
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I just remembered halloumi. Halloumi cheese is my fave. It's so salty, lemony goodness. I actually took a halloumi making course.
I'm going to give a vegan option for this question. Just to put it out there, you know, I'm not completely vegan myself, but I love cream cheese, and there actually is a really good vegan cream cheese, and I'm going to be having it on my birthday, and I'm really excited because I got bagels that I didn't realize were vegan, so I'm very excited. Cream cheese on a bagel is like life's simple pleasures. Do you ever just like eat something and suddenly all of your problems dissolve, and you're just like staring at a piece of food, and you're like, you know, life isn't so bad. Like that is my feeling of Lindsay's never felt this in her life.
That's how I feel when I eat tea and Dunkies.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a moment of, you know what? Things are kind of okay.
I have been really enjoying having a bowl of Cheerios lately. I don't think I've ever bought a box of Cheerios in my adult life until last week. And just like having a bowl of Cheerios and just knowing that there's like no nutrients and it's just such a shit meal, but you're like doing it.
Lindsay.
Cheerios are great for you and they lower your cholesterol.
But I just mean I make a lot of healthier meals. So yes, compared to eating dust, they're good. Yes,
This isn't Honey Nut. This is Cheerios.
Okay, I'm not talking about finding great joy in having a bowl of sugar-free Cheerios. I obviously mean the honey nut ones are me being around.
I put Cheerios on a grocery list for a delivery order, and I forgot to put honey nuts, so we got a giant box of plain Cheerios.
You can put those in one of those like everything in the kitchen sinks cookie recipes.
That's what these are for, actually.
Yeah, I might do honeycombs next.
Do cinnamon toast crunch.
I thought about that. That's like a real treat. I might wait for that one.
Got to build up to the cinnamon toast crunch, because like Honey Nut Cheerios this is a little bad for me. Cinnamon toast crunch is my tongue is coated in sugar, and it's like created its own new like tongue syrup out of this.
I want everybody to know that our dad makes himself a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios, and then he sprinkles the cinnamon toast crunch on the top and calls it his icing. It's the cutest thing in the world. It's like his health thing and then the icing on top, but it's icing.
I thought the icing was Golden Grams.
Sometimes it is.
This question is from Jonathan. Which D&D character would you be?
I already have a D&D character.
Well, tell us.
I'm a charlatan sorcerer wood elf.
What is
I'm really bad at being a sorcerer because I'm a big dummy and I like to run into rooms and not check for danger.
Druid. A priest of the old faith, wielding the powers of nature and adopting animal forms. Okay, I could do that.
Yeah, that sounds very badass.
I'm trying to actually find now what my D&D character is because I do have one. I play once a year at Christmas. Last time I think I might have been some kind of like troll or something. I had some bitchin' powers. I'm not gonna lie.
Lindsay, you said druid, and then I read it, and I think I just want to be a druid too. Lindsay picked a good thing. I'm gonna do that thing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I want to be an animal.
Yeah, let's be
I want
birds.
to be. I want to be old. Oh yeah, let's be birds.
I actually think maybe I'm some kind of hobgoblin. I think I might be some kind of goblin.
So that has been episode 5 of Ask the Raw Squad. Please keep your questions coming. Ask us advice. Ask us weird questions like you did today. We're having lots of fun with this, so please like, subscribe, comment, etc. Share it if you like. And thanks so much. Goodbye.